What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. In this video, I'm gonna go through the steps to show you how to make your iPad mini into a living, breathing phone, akin to an iPhone, where you can make calls, texts, video chats, FaceTimes, iMessage, all that stuff. You're gonna be able to do that on this device. So let's get into the first part, and obviously it's the iPad mini, so you need an iPad mini. Now they have the iPad mini Wi-Fi or the iPad mini 5G. This, what I'm gonna show you, is gonna work with both. Obviously it's gonna be a lot easier if you have the 5G one, because you'd get the 5G one and then sign up for one of the data plans, and then you'd go on to the next step. But if you're like me and you have the Wi-Fi version, what you need to do, you have two options. You can get a mobile hotspot, which could be anywhere from like free to like maybe $100 or $200, and you get that through your carrier, through Amazon, and then get service through your carrier, and that would allow you to have this little device in your pocket, your backpack, your purse, wherever you want it, and your iPad mini would connect to that via Wi-Fi, and it would get data that way, because ultimately you need to have data in order to do what we're going to do, because you're not going to be able to make traditional phone calls. You're going to have to do everything through the internet, but you'll still be making, regular phone calls. It just needs the internet. The other option is just to use your phone, because your phone, you probably have mobile hotspot data. So what you would do is grab your iPhone or your Android phone and then turn on your mobile hotspot, connect to it with your iPad, and then you have data that way as well. And that potentially is cheaper than just getting a standalone mobile hotspot, because you're not having to pay for another line of data. You're not gonna have to potentially pay for another device. And then also, the bad part of that is your battery might die a little bit faster on your phone, because you're using it not only as a phone, but also as a hotspot. But still, it'll end up being cheaper, so that is your option. So ultimately you need data, either with the 5G or the Wi-Fi one. Also, the other thing to remember is whenever you're connected to Wi-Fi, have it be at home or work or wherever on the go, you're always gonna be able to do what I'm showing you here. Now, once you have your data connection in order, if you're just going to be talking to other people that have iPhones, iPads, or MacBooks, or any other Apple device, you can just get away with using iMessage and FaceTime, because you can make voice calls and video calls through FaceTime, and you can use iMessage to do your texting. But again, that's only going to work on Apple devices for the most part. So you can get away with that. But that leads us to step 3, because what if you just want to call real people and you want to text, real numbers, and you want to text people on Android, and you want to, make phone calls to people on Android, and you want to make phone calls to a store or an 800 number. What is your option for that? Well, you have multitude of options. Some will be free potentially, some will cost. The option I'm going to show you is completely free, and it works with phone calls, with texts, and with MMS, all within one app. So go into the App Store and download the Google Voice app. Open up the Google Voice app and log in with your Google account, your Gmail account, and then you will be ready to use it, and you'll have a phone number and everything. And let me open up the app to show you a little bit more. One thing I do want to show you is when you go into the app, hit the 3 lines in the top right, then go to Settings. Once you're in Settings, go down until you see Make and Receive Calls. Tap on that and make sure Prefer Wi-Fi and Mobile Data is checked. If you have the other one checked, you're probably not going to be able to make data on phone calls and all that stuff. So make sure, without a doubt, you choose Prefer Wi-Fi and Mobile Data. So once you're back on the main page of the Google Voice app, you can do everything from making phone calls to texting to even checking your voicemail. Your voicemail is built right into this app. So to make a phone call, you can just tap the phone button at the bottom there, the one that's the little phone icon, and type the number if you know the number, or you can click on Contacts and find the contact that you have in there, and you can just tap their name. And then from there, you can just tap their number and it will call them. Now, one thing to know is when you do make a phone call with your iPad mini, it's going to only play through the speakerphone. Otherwise, you're gonna have to get some Bluetooth earbuds or wired earbuds in order to make the calls a little bit more personal. So I have a number loaded up here, and it ends up being the Apple 800 number. So I'll call it real quick just to show you that it does work.
Welcome to Apple. Calls are recorded for evaluation, to train personnel, and to improve
Now, if you want to text somebody, you have a couple of ways to do that. You can go right into contacts, find their contact. Once you're in there, you'll have a little message button in the top right. Tap on that and you'll be able to text them. Otherwise, you can go into the text message tab at the bottom, look for the message that you want to get into, and just type away and say whatever you want to them and hit send, and the text message will go right through, and they can send pictures, you can send pictures, you can send messages. It just works flawless. And then, like I said earlier, at the bottom you'll have a voicemail button there. You can listen to any voicemails that you've received. So there you guys go. Have it be an iPad mini 5G or iPad mini Wi-Fi. You can turn it into a phone so that you can have the largest iPhone ever made. So there you guys go. Hopefully that video was a little helpful for you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you down the road. Peace.